Next, let us start with our fifth chapter from macroeconomics, and the chapter name is Government Budget and the Economy. Now, who can tell me what do we mean by government? As I always say before starting a new chapter, it is important for us to know or understand the chapter name. What does the chapter name suggest? If we know that, we get a clear-cut idea that about what all things we are going to discuss in the chapter further. So before starting the main part, before starting the chapter, can anybody tell me what do we mean by the term government? What is the term government suggests? Yes. What do we mean by the term government? You all have heard about this term, students. It's not the new term for us, right? When we are daily life, I can hear about it. Yes.
They have the control over a country and work for the welfare.
Very good. First, they are going to control the country. Secondly, they are going to work for the welfare of the country. Welfare of the country means the motive of government is not a profit motive, it is the welfare motive. They want to provide welfare, good things to each and every citizen of the country. That is nothing but the association of government. There are group of people who will be forming government, who will be called as a government, who will be taking care about the economy, who will be taking care of the country, for in each and every aspect, from infrastructure to your pricing of goods and services to every basic things. That particular thing is called as nothing but government. Now, government can be majorly said to be as of three types. That is state government, central government, and district government. Who is on the highest authority? Can anybody tell me which authority of the government is at the highest position?
Central.
Hmm?
Central.
Yes, absolutely correct. Central government is at the highest authority. It forms the highest authority which is going to take care of the entire country. State government is going to take care of the particular state, respective state. For in Maharashtra, there will be one state government. For Tamil Nadu, there will be one state government. For Gujarat, there will be one state government. So there is government which takes care of their respective state. Central government is the government which is going to take care of the entire country as a whole. It is going to take care of entire India. So that kind of government is called as central government. State government is going to take care of the states of different states of the country, and district is nothing but the different villages or different districts. These are going to take care of the different villages. District government are the first highest authority is in the hands of central government, then comes state government, and third comes is the district government. So it is district wise, there is a government, district wise or villages wise. Every country, every region or every state has villages. So those villages also needs the government. So district government will be looking after those villages. State government is going to take care of the entire state, and central government is basically going to take care of the entire country as a whole. And the motive of central government is to control the country as well as provide welfare to the country. Motive is not the profit motive. And now when I talk about this chapter, here whenever we are going to use the term government, we are going to talk about central government. Here, whenever there is anything related to state government or district government, they will be specifying it. But whenever there is not no specification, you have to understand that they are talking about central government. Central government is the most important form of government. Next term comes is the budget. What do we mean by the term budget? Any idea? We have studied about this term also. What is budget?
To manage the income and expenditure.
Very good. Budget in a very simple is nothing but the planning done, which involves money. Budgeting is nothing but the planning which is going to involve money. So for say suppose now it's your birthday coming up and your parents say that I will give you 500 rupees. Now with this 500 rupees you have to manage all your activities. So now when you plan that how are you going to spend this 500 rupees is nothing but your budget. So planning your activities which involves money is called as nothing but budget. Fine. And the economy is nothing but your country, India. So basically we got to know about the terms, in the meaning of terms individually. Now if we combine it, we get to know that this chapter is going to talk about the government budget, and the economy is what? Our economy is Indian economy. We are going to talk about the government budget of India. How government is going to plan everything, plan money. Government gets money. Now when government gets this money, how the government is going to allocate this money, use this money in the economy or use this money in the country is nothing but government budget. From where the government is going to receive income, where government is going to do the expenditures, everything will be clearly understood under this particular chapter. Fine. So I hope till here everything is clear to everyone. So finally, we are going to begin with chapter number 5 from macroeconomics, government budget and the economy, wherein we understood government is the group of people, a group of association who is going to provide welfare to its people, welfare to its residents of the country. Government can be of three types: state government, central government and district government. State government is going to take care of the respective state. Central government is going to take care of the entire country, entire economy. District government is going to take care of the respective villages, which are the part of states. But when in this chapter we talk about government budget, here the government about which we are talking is central government. Budget is nothing but the plannings made related to money. Plannings made which involves money. So government receives money, and how this money is going to get utilized in the economy, utilized in the country, that planning is called as nothing but government budget. And the economy is nothing but Indian economy. We are about Indian economy. Since we are the citizens of the India, we have to study about Indian economy. No use if we study about US economy, Russia economy or China economy. So that is why here the economy is Indian economy. So in our today's lecture, we are going to cover the following topics, that is introduction to government budget, meaning of government budget, objectives of government budget. What are the objectives when government receives money or when government has money? What are the different objectives of the government? What are the different areas where government wants to spend their money? And lastly, the three types of budget. What are the three different types of budget? So basically today in the session we are going to cover all the basic things of this particular chapter, that is government budget and the economy. So let us begin with our first topic, that is introduction to government budget. quickly give a read to these 3 points. I will be just back in 2 minutes. Till then, read these 3 points and understand what it is trying to say. Okay, fine. So, did you all read it? Or you were not at your places? So at the beginning of the chapter, the introductory part, we said that government is someone who is going to provide welfare to the society or welfare to the economy or welfare to the people of the country who are living. So tell me, this welfare can be provided for free of cost. Government will not have to go through any kind of expenditure. Is it possible? Government is going to take out money from their pocket and do welfare for you. Is it? Government is so good, so generous. It will take out pocket from their money and okay, I'll provide welfare to Gokul. I'll provide welfare to Sadhana. Does that happen? No, it does not happen, right? Of course, it does not happen, and it does not happen free of cost. They have to go through certain expenditure, certain expenses. So that is what we have said. In modern world, every government aims at maximizing the welfare of its country. Of course, every government wants to maximize the welfare of their country. Every government wants that our country should stand out and should have good welfare. Of course, so but for that, they require several infrastructural, economic, and welfare activities. Infrastructural activities include all your electricity supply, water supply, railways, transportation, airways, waterways, all of those things. Economic activities, we all know, business. Any activity which involves money is called as economic. Example, business. Then welfare activities, providing welfare to the each and every individual of the country. So all these activities are going to incur huge expenditure. As we said that welfare cannot be provided for free of cost, and government is not going to use their money to provide welfare to the people. So it requires huge expenditure. This requires appropriate planning and policy of the government. Now, since they have to go through huge expenses, huge expenditure, when you have to spend huge expenditure, huge money, it needs very proper, very good planning, as well as that government has to make different policies to make sure that every expenditure is worth expense. It's a worth expense. So solution to all of these problems is to make budget. So a budget is a document containing detailed programmed and policies of action for the given fiscal year. Is nothing but your financial year, or you can also call it as accounting year, whatever you want, which is from when to when. What is your financial year or fiscal year? Come on, quickly. Nobody knows the financial year of the country.
April to March.
Dates?
1st April to 31st March.
Yes. 1st April to March. Very good. So, in this period, from 1st April to 31st March, in this 1 year, how government is spending its money? from where income is received, from where expenses are going. Everything needs to be properly planned, because government does not deals with 10-20 rupees. They deals with huge amount of money, So in that case, before spending the money, government will have to make a proper plan, proper budget. So that is what the introductory part was. Now in detail, what is the meaning of government budget? Very important, sorry. Government budget is an annual statement showing item-wise estimates of receipts and expenditure during a fiscal year. So whenever you are writing the meaning of government expenditure, this is how exactly you are supposed to write the meaning of it. What is government expenditure? It is an annual statement. What is government budget? It is an annual statement. Annual statements are always given in the period of 1 year annually. Okay, it's a time period of per year, like how we say quarterly, 3 months, 2 months, like that. Annual means for 1 year. So government budget is an annual statement. That means the statement which is shown at every year on a yearly basis, which is going to show the item wise, which item is going to give receipts to the government and which item is going to incur expenditure for the government. Receipts are nothing but income for the government. Expenditures are nothing but the expenses of the government during that fiscal year or financial year. So government budget is an annual statement which will be shown per year or every year on yearly basis, and it will be depicting the item wise things, that which item is going to give income for the government and which item is going to incur expenditure for the government in one fiscal year. The receipts and expenditure shown in the budget are not the actual figures but the estimated values for the coming fiscal year. So whenever government makes a budget, we said that in this budget all the receipts and expenditures are clearly mentioned. So these expenditures and receipts are not the 100% accurate figures, but the estimated figures. That much the government is expecting for that coming fiscal year. It is not the actual amount, that is just the expectation or the estimated value. So fiscal year is taken from, fiscal year is nothing but financial year, accounting year, which is taken from, sorry, this 8 is by mistake, 1st April to 31st March. So government budget is nothing but annual statement which is going to show item wise receipts and expenditure of one fiscal year. This receipts and expenditures are the estimated value and not the actual figures. Fiscal year is from 1st April to 31st March. Fine. Likewise, in pointers, you can write a note and then frame it into a sentence. So government budget is nothing but annual statement showing item-wise receipts and expenditures for one financial year or fiscal year or accounting year, whatever you want to write it, you can write it. And these receipts and expenditures are just the estimated values, they are not the actual values. And fiscal year is considered from 1st April to 31st March. I hope the meaning of government budget is clear to each and everyone. So if not clear, you all can ask. If it is clear, so let us move ahead. That is important points of government budget. Now, related to government budget, there are few important points which we have to keep in our mind. First point, budget, very important. Listen to this very carefully. This part is important for factual questions. as well as for your descriptive. But if we talk about descriptive, not more than 2 marks. 2 marks approx. So first point says budget is prepared by government at all levels. So we have already studied or seen in the introductory part that what are the different levels of government. So budget is going to get prepared at all the levels of government, that is central government, state government and local government. Local government is nothing but district government. It prepares its respective annual budget. So first point, which is a very important point, is budget is always prepared by all the levels of government. What we usually think, that budget is only prepared by central government, but that is not the case. Budget is going to be prepared by each and every level of government, be it be state government, central government or local government. Every level of government is going to prepare a budget. However, we will restrict our studies to the budget of central government, which is also known as union budget. But as of for now, when we are studying this chapter, we are going to focus only and only on central government, the budget of central government, budget prepared by central government. We are not going to focus on the budget of state level or local level. We are just going to focus on the budget of central government, and that is also known as union budget. Okay. Second important point related to government budget is estimated expenditures and receipts are planned as per the objectives of the government. Now again, before preparing or estimating the receipts and expenditures, government is going to set some objectives. Government will have few objectives, and on the basis of those objectives, government is going to estimate the receipts and expenditures. Third, in India, very important. In India, budget is presented in the parliament on such a day as the president may direct. By convention, finance minister presents the annual budget of the government on the first day of February each year. Okay. So budget is presented in parliament, and it will be presented in parliament as in when the president suggests or president asks him to. But finance minister is going to present the annual budget of the government on first day of February each year, that is 1st of February. Then it is required to be approved by the parliament before it can be implemented. So before you implement the budget, it is important to be approved by parliament. Fifth, budget reveals the financial performance of the government in the last year and financial policies for the coming fiscal year. If government has proper budget, it will help us to understand the performance done by the government. That, okay, if you were expecting these many receipts, but you have this much of receipts, then why there is a deviation, why there is a difference between both of them. So that is how we can judge or we can understand the performance of the government, as well as with that performance, accordingly you can prepare or government can prepare the financial policies for a coming fiscal year. Fiscal year again is nothing but your financial year. So these were the meaning of government budget, important points of government budget. Now the next part we'll be seeing is the objectives of government budget. Can anybody tell me what could be the objective of government budget? One of the objective of government budget. Any idea? Anyone? Yes? Nobody knows what could be the objective of government budget. Yes, Sadhna, very good. Economic growth can be one of the objective of government. Anything else apart from that anyone wants to contribute? There are going to be multiple objectives of government budget. One of them is economic growth, as Sadhna said it correctly. Anybody else who wants to contribute it? Anything, whatever you all feel, the objective of the budget, government's budget.
Stability. Stability.
Very good. Stability in the economy. Very good. Correct point. So there are multiple objectives because or how government budget is going to help them. What are the different objectives of the government? Why government needs to have a proper budget? What are the objectives set by the government? And for that objectives, government needs to plan the budget. So government prepares budget for fulfilling certain objectives. See, you all also have some objectives. For say, suppose I gave you example that if it's your birthday party, your parents says that, okay, I will give you 500 rupees. So there is an objective in your mind and your objective is your birthday party. Giving a treat to your friends, buying new clothes, buying new shoes. These are all your objectives. And to fulfill all of these objectives, you have to take care of the budget of the money which you have in your hands. And accordingly, then you can distribute your money into the objectives. Same ways, if government has money in their hands, there are multiple objectives which government has planned for the economy or for the country. And then that money, government is going to distribute it amongst different activities or objectives. So these objectives are direct outcome of government's economic, social and political policies. Various objectives of government budget are. So let us now start with the different objectives which government have, and due to that objectives, government is going to plan its budget. First one comes is the reallocation of resources. Reallocation of resources means distribution of resources amongst different countries. Now here we are talking about central government. So we are going to keep in mind that central government thinks about each and every state, each and every region of the country, entire country. Government is not going to be partial. Government is not going to be biased. It is going to think about each and every part of the country, each and every state of the country. So reallocation of resources means if any state has less resources and if another state has more of resources, then that more resources will have to get reallocated between the countries or the states which have less resources. For say suppose, let us take an example. There is state A and there is state B. And the resources which state A has is 100 units, whereas state B has the resources of 60 units. State C, say suppose, have 40 units. So likewise, what is happening? The resources distributed amongst the state are not equal, are not stable. Every state has received unequal distribution of resources. So in this case, central government will do what? Central government will redistribute or reallocate. See, allocation means distribution. So reallocation means redistribution. That means the distributions are done again to make every state equalize. So now government will distribute the resources amongst all the part of the country equally. So that is what reallocation of resources means. So through the budgetary policy, government aims to reallocate resources in accordance with the economic, profit maximization and social public welfare priorities of the country. Government can influence allocation of resources through. Now, through which formats or through which forms government can reallocate the resources? First, tax concessions or subsidies. See, here I said that resources are distributed unequally. So, central government will reallocate or redistribute the resources equally. So, what it will do? It will give 10 units to B, 10 units to C, like that? No, it is not done like that. There will be several measures taken by the government in state B, in state C, as well as in all those regions of the country where the resources are less. So first way to do so is by doing or giving tax concessions or subsidies. Tax concession means first reducing of taxes. Tax concession means reducing of taxes. Subsidies means nothing but giving discounts. So reducing taxes, giving tax concessions to the citizens of that particular area, and giving discounts to that particular people to the area. So to encourage investment, government can give tax concessions, subsidies, etc. to the producer. Example, government discourages production of harmful consumption goods like liquor, cigarettes, etc. through heavy taxes, and encourage the use of khadi products by providing subsidies. So government has both the ways. It's in the government's hand that what do they want to do. They want to do tax concession, they want to do subsidies or give subsidies. So tax concession in what format? They will increase the taxes for all those goods and services which were harmful in consumption, which are not good for consumption. For example, liquor and cigarettes. In one of the budget, government has increased the taxes on liquor and cigarettes so that people will stop buying those products or reduce the buying of those products. Otherwise, they can also encourage by giving subsidies. So in one of the cases, we had seen that government provided or government gave subsidies on LPG gases. We have seen that government provide LPG gases to every poor people, poor individuals of the country by providing subsidies on it. So government objective, first objective is reallocation of resources to all those areas or the parts of the country wherein there is an unequal distribution of resources. So for that, first thing what government can do is provide tax concessions or give subsidies. Tax concessions can be given by increasing the taxes on harmful or hazardous products, and subsidies can be given to encourage the use of the product. Subsidies are nothing but the discounts which are given to the poor people by the government. Otherwise, second thing is what? Directly producing goods and services. Now, what are these directly producing goods and services? So, there are many non-profitable economic activities which are not undertaken by the private sectors. Yes, we know that our India is in the mixed economic system. Mixed economic system, that means few activities or few industries are taken care by private people, few industries are taken care by governments, right? So now there are few industries wherein private people are not allowed to, or private people does not want to get themselves indulged in those industries. So best example is mostly in railways, water supply, electricity, so on. So economic activities which are not undertaken by the private sector like water supply, sanitation, law and order, national defense, etc. These are called as public goods. So we know that these goods are called as basically public goods. So these industries are taken care by government. Here private people do not want to get indulged in it. So such activities are necessarily undertaken by government in public interest and to raise social welfare. So here maximum things are undertaken or are operated by the government for the interest of the people as well as for providing social welfare in the country. So these goods are called as public goods, and public goods are always provided by the government. Now, what are the two major features of public goods? So again, public goods has its two main characteristics or features. First feature is public goods are non-rivalrous. Now, what do we mean by non-rivalrous? Non-rivalrous means public goods are those goods which are going to be open for each and every citizen of the country. Nobody will be restricted from using public goods because those are being manufactured or produced by the government, and government says that whatever I do is for the welfare of the people, for all the people who are living in the country. It is not for any specific person. It is going to be applicable. Public goods are going to be applicable for each and every individual of the country. So that is why we say that public goods are non-rivalrous. Benefit of public goods are available to all and are not restricted to any one consumer. Example, if we consider a public park, benefits of the park will be available to all. So example, you all might have seen public parks in your localities, in your nearby areas. So those public parks are not meant for any specific people. They are open for all. Each and every individual residing in that local area is allowed to go, and not even in that local area, coming from outside that local area, still that person will be allowed. If say suppose in Tamil Nadu there is one park and I stay in Mumbai, but if I ever visit to Tamil Nadu, I can go to that park. Nobody is going to stop me, or nobody will say me that no, you are coming from Mumbai, you are not allowed in this park. It's not like that. It's a public good. It is the good which has been provided by the government, and since it is provided by the government, each and every individual of the country is allowed to enter that park, is allowed to make use of the public good. And that is why we say that public goods are non-rivalrous. Another feature of public good is public goods are non-excludable. Non-excludable means you cannot exclude anyone from using public goods. You are not allowed to restrict anyone or stop anyone from using public goods. So that is why the another feature or another characteristics of public good is it is non-excludable in nature. You cannot exclude anyone, you cannot stop anyone, you cannot restrict anyone from using those goods. So in case of public goods, there is no possible way to exclude anyone from enjoying the benefit of the good. Due to this reason, public goods are called as non-excludable goods. Even if some users do not pay, it is difficult to collect fees for the public good. These non-paying users are known as free riders. So at times, if you see, you have to pay some minimal charges, minimal amount of money to make use of a public good. At times they are completely free of cost, but at times you do have to pay some minimal charges, 2 rupees or 5 rupees, something like that, to use that public good. Now, there are few consumers, there are going to be few people who will not even pay that minimal amount, that minimal money. So in that case, they will make use of it for free of cost. So those all people who do not pay money for it, for public good, they are called as free riders. For say suppose there is a park. If this is the park and for entering into this park, you have to pay 2 rupees. Everybody has to pay 2 rupees. And this park is nothing but a public good because this park has been made by government. So that means everybody is allowed over here. As we know, it is non-rivalrous, non-excludable. Each and every individual who wants to enter this park can enter. Nobody can restrict them. Nobody can stop them. So if, say, suppose there is one person called as Ram, now Ram wants to enter this park. Now for entering this park, he has to pay 2 rupees. But what if he does not pay this 2 rupees and directly enters into the park? Then in that case, Ram would be called as free rider. He is a free rider because he is making a use of public good without paying the minimal amount, without paying the fees of it. So all those people who does like these activities, they are called as free riders. Got it? So first your objective of the government budget is reallocation of resources. Under that we said that it can be possible or it can be done with the help of tax concession or subsidies. Secondly, by directly producing goods and services. By directly producing goods and services, we mean public goods. Public goods are the goods which are manufactured or produced by the government. Now, when public goods have two characteristics or features. First, it is non-driverless. That means anybody who wants to use public goods is allowed free to use the public goods. Yes?
Can you repeat the reallocation of resources?
Reallocation of resources basically means that every part of the country has received unequal resources. Every part of the country does not have equal resources. So to make it equal, government has two options. First option is to provide tax concession or subsidies so that now people will, the money income of the people will increase. Income will increase, that means their expenditure will increase, consumption expenditure will increase, and demand in the economy will rise. If demand in the economy rises, that means money flow in the economy is at a good amount. That means now resources are going to start increasing. So to increase that resources, government can give tax concessions or subsidies. Tax concession by increasing the taxes on harmful products so that people stop consuming those harmful products, and instead of that harmful products, people start using other good products and start spending their money on good products. And another one is by providing subsidies to the people. Subsidies is nothing but giving discounts to the people. If government starts giving discounts to the people, their demand will rise. That's obvious. If we get something in a discounted price, our demand for that product will increase. So same way, if government start giving subsidies to the people, the demand will increase. Demand will increase, that means money flow in the economy will be more, resources will be demanded more. So that is how the resources can be increased. As well as with that, government can also increase the production of public goods. If more public goods are there, more welfare in the economy will exist. More welfare is there, more resources will be there, more income, everything will be good in the economy in the country. So for that, you can start producing public goods. Public goods are the goods which are manufactured by the government. Their manufacturing lies completely in the hands of the government. Two main features of public goods are it is non-driverless. That means each and every individual who wants to make use of the public good can use it, can take the advantage, can take the benefit. Nobody can stop them. As well as public goods are non-excludable. That means everyone is allowed to use those public goods. Nobody can be excluded from using that good. Everyone is allowed. And if there is any minimal amount of fees to which you have to pay to the public good, then you will have to pay it and use the public good. If you do not pay it and use the public good for free of cost, are then called as free riders. Okay, is it clear? Any doubts in the first point? No doubts? Fine. Then quickly let us take 10 minutes break. It's 7:30 now. By 7:40, everybody has to be back. Okay? 7:40, everyone has to be back. Okay, everyone is back. Should we start? Let me know if you all are back. Okay, Gokul says he's back. What about others? Good. So government budget, we have started with government budget. Quickly, small revision. What is government budget? So I said that there are few terms which you have to remember in order to write the definition of government budget. So government budget is nothing but the annual statement which shows item-wise revenue and expenditure for one fiscal year or financial year, wherein this revenue and expenditure are just the estimated values or estimated figures and not the actual figures. Financial year or fiscal year is from 1st April to 31st March. So this is nothing but government budget. Government budget is central budget we are studying, budget made by central government, which is also known as union budget. Then we started with the objectives of government budget, that what are the different objectives of the government budget, out of which first one was reallocation of resources. See students, remember this thing, government budget is always made for two motives. One is economic motive and another one is social motive. Social motive is for providing welfare to the people. Economic motive is at times government also thinks about the income. With the income which they received, only then they can provide you welfare, right? As we already said in the beginning, that government is not going to take out money from their pocket and do the welfare for the society. Government will incur money, incur income, and then from that income, government is going to do the welfare for you all. So that is why government budget has always economic motive and social motive. So the second one is reducing inequalities in income and wealth. So we know that there are few regions which are extremely good income, which are extremely good regions where people are earning very good amount of income. But at the same time, there are few regions, there are few areas where the income of the people is very less. They are not earning that well. People are poor, so there is unequal distribution of money or income as well. So in that case, government's objective would be to equalize each and every region, each and every part of the country, so that every part of the country receives equal amount of income. So economic inequality is an inherent part of every economic system. So now when we talk about economic inequality, that is income inequality, this is not the only problem of Indian economic. This problem is faced by multiple countries, many countries, not only India. So it is the part of mostly all the economic countries or economic systems. So for this, government is going to aim to reduce the inequalities of income and wealth through its budgetary policy. So government will aim or will make an objective to reduce this income and wealth inequality, and that can be reduced through budgetary policy. What is budgetary policy? Budgetary policy means government will make a policy wherein they will say that you should charge higher amount of taxes to rich people and you should not charge any taxes from poor people. Whatever taxes you are receiving from rich people, you should use that money in providing subsidies to the poor people. This is what basically budgetary policy talks about. So government will influence distribution of income by imposing taxes on the rich and spending more on the welfare of the people. So basically government will charge higher taxes from rich people, and when the government receives money in the form of taxes, that money is going to be utilized for the welfare of poor people. So it will reduce income of the rich and raise the standard of living of poor. So reducing inequalities in the distribution of income. So this is the second most important objective of central government, to reduce the income inequalities in the country. For this, government is going to follow the budgetary policy. Budgetary policy says that you should charge higher amount of taxes from rich people. You should not charge taxes from poor people. Whatever income you are receiving from rich people should be spent on the improvement of the life of poor people. This is the budgetary policy which the government is going to imply or influence under here. Example, free LPG connection under Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana and food grains at a very nominal price to BPL families. BPL families are nothing but below poverty line. Those people who comes under BPL category by the government helps to raise the quality of life of BPL population. So for poor people, what can government do? Government can reduce the taxes. Government can provide subsidies or free connection on LPG gases. Government can provide food grains at a very nominal or at a very less price for the poor people. All of these measures can be taken out for solving the problem of inequalities of income amongst the region. That was your second objective, reducing income inequality. Third is economic stability. Economic stability is very important, isn't it? Now tell me, in the previous chapter we have already studied the situation of inflation and the situation of deflation. Which situation is good for the economy? Which situation is good for the economy, inflation or deflation?
Deflation.
Deflation. What about others? Sadhana says none of this. Others? Yes. None of this situation is good for the economy. Nor inflation nor deflation. I had made a point of this particular thing in the last class, when we were studying determination of income and employment, inflationary gap, deflationary gap. I told you all 1,000 times that none of these condition is good for the economy. Economy always wants to be stable. It does not want inflationary gap. It does not want deflationary gap. It wants to be favorable condition, stable condition. Still, you all are saying inflation and deflation. Great. Huh? Sivarish, what happened? What happens in a deflationary situation, Sivarish?
Ma'am, I didn't attend the last class.
Huh. And you didn't see the recordings as well, right?
Yes.
Very good. So none of the situation is good. So ever anyone asks you, what you will say?
None of this.
Very good. None of this condition is good for the economy. Economy wants to be at favorable condition and stable condition. No inflation, no deflation, no depression, no recession. So recession, depression is altogether another concept, but even those conditions are not good for the economy. So economy will always wants to be at a stable thing, stable condition, favorable condition. So that is why third objective of the government is to maintain that economic stability. Government will always try to maintain this economic stability, and government will always try to avoid the inflationary and deflationary situation in the economy. So economic stability means absence of large scale fluctuations in prices. Both the inflation and deflation is related with the prices of goods and services, fluctuation of prices of goods and services. So government will not want any kind of fluctuations in prices. Such fluctuations create uncertainties in the economy. If these fluctuations keep on recurring in very frequently, then these fluctuations will create uncertainty situation or bad situations in the economy. So government exercise control over these fluctuations through taxes and expenditure. So now let us talk about it in detail, because in the last class we have already, in the previous chapter, basically we have already understood. They are saying that if economic is not in a stabilized condition, is not favorable or not stable, then government is going to fix the situation by fluctuating the taxes and the investment expenditure. So let us discuss about it in detail. What is inflationary situation? What happens under inflationary situation? Come on, quickly. Yes, inflationary situation. What happens under inflation? When our economy is in inflation, what happens?
Employment is high, purchasing power is high, the demand is high.
As compared to? Yes, Gokul. Increase in prices of goods and services. AD is more than AS. Aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply, due to which there is increase in the prices of goods and services. Sudden increase in the prices of goods and services. So if government wants to reduce the aggregate demand, then what should government do? Should government increase the taxes? Should government decrease the taxes? Option A or option B? Decrease the taxes. Gokul, option B. If government decreases the taxes, then disposable income in the hands of people will increase. If disposable income increases, consumption expenditure will increase. Consumption expenditure increases, that means aggregate demand will increase. And under inflationary situation, we want to reduce the aggregate demand. We do not want to increase the aggregate demand. Government will increase the taxes. If taxes increase, disposable income in the hands of the people will decrease. Income decreases, consumption expenditure decreases. Consumption expenditure decreases, aggregate demand decreases. And what about investment expenditure? Government should increase the investment expenditure or decrease the expenditure? More government expenditure, more investment of government in the economy, that means more generation of employment. More generation of employment, more income in the economy. More income, more consumption expenditure. More consumption expenditure, that means more aggregate demand is increasing. So here, under inflationary situation, we want to reduce our aggregate demand. We do not want to increase our aggregate demand. So in that case, investment expenditure will be increased or decreased. Gokul says option B. What about others? Yes. Government will reduce the investment expenditure so that ultimately it will reduce the income of the people. Once the income of the people reduces, they will demand less, and hence our economy will again come back to the normal position. Lots of revision is needed for you all guys, because recently we have completed this chapter. Still it is taking so much time for you all to figure out the answers. Logics, we have studied it with the logics, right? Still you all are taking so much of time to give me the answers. So inflation situation is not good. Same way deflationary part is coming. So that in the deflation also government will do the fluctuation in taxes and investment expenditure to normalize the economy. Inflationary tendencies emerge when aggregate demand is higher than aggregate supply. This is what we said. Inflation is when AD is more than AS. Government can bring down AD by reducing its own expenditure. So expenditure, investment expenditure should be reduced by the government. AD will automatically reduce and inflationary situation will get solved. Deflation, government increases its expenditure and give tax concessions and subsidies. So under deflationary situation, AD is less than AS. Government wants to increase AD. To increase AD, government will again do fluctuations in taxes and investment expenditure. To increase AD, government will have to reduce the taxes. If government reduces the taxes, then disposable income in the hands of the people will increase. If income increases, consumption expenditure increases. Consumption expenditure increases, that means aggregate demand will automatically increase. Same way for investment, government will have to increase investment. If government increases the investment, more employment generation will take place. More employment generation means more people are employed now. That means more people are going to get income. Income in the economy will increase. That means consumption expenditure of the people will increase. Consumption expenditure increases. That means aggregate demand will increase. And that is what we want to do under deflationary situation. So government will always try to make the economy stabilized, neither inflationary situation, neither deflationary situation. If inflation situation is there, then also government will fluctuate the tax prices, tax concessions and investment expenditure. If deflation situation is there, then again government will fluctuate the taxes and the investment expenditure. Fourth come is management of public enterprises. Public enterprises are nothing but the government-owned enterprises. So government will also have to make sure that each and every enterprise or each and every organization which is owned by them should be properly managed. Funding of those government enterprises should also be made, and these enterprises should also be properly, nicely managed. So there are large number of public sectors, industries, such enterprises providing the objective of making various provisions for managing such enterprises and providing them financial help. So even government has to take care of the organizations or the enterprises which are owned by them. They have to do the management of that as well. So under which one kind of thing is, or one kind of government owned management is natural monopoly. Government owned organization or government owned business automatically creates monopoly in the economy. What do we mean by monopoly? Any idea? Anyone? Any idea what is the meaning of monopoly?
Single seller.
Very good. Mono means one or single, and poly means nothing but seller. So monopoly means single seller in the economy, in the country, in the region. So natural monopoly exists when a single firm can produce goods and services at a cost which is lower than that of many competing firms. If say suppose I, Dhanushri, Sadhna, Gokul, we four are the sub firms who are providing goods and services, but I am the one who is providing the goods and services at the cheapest cost, at the very lowest price, lowest cost. So in that case, everybody would prefer coming to me and buy the products as compared to going to Dhanushri, Gokul or Sadhna. So this is how natural monopoly is created. Government operates, manages, controls natural monopolies like railways, post offices, electricity, etc. to promote the public welfare. So same ways, there are many industries, many products which are completely taken care by the government. Private people cannot enter into it, like railways, post offices and electricity. And then again we say that one of the motive of the government is to provide welfare in the economy. Next comes is economic growth. Government's objective is to provide economic growth, to make sure that your economy is growing. So economic growth implies sustainable increase in the real GDP of an economy, that is increase in the volume of goods and services produced in economy. So while we were doing national income chapter, that time also we understood that how can we say that our economy is growing. So the indicator is called as GDP, that is gross domestic product, which means the increase in volume or number of goods and services produced in the economy. So budget can be an effective tool to ensure that economic growth is taking place in a country. So first, if the government provide tax rebates and other incentives for productive ventures and projects, it can stimulate saving and investment in an economy. Government says that every individual should do savings as well as should do the investments. So if say suppose I am doing savings, I will do savings and then I will utilize those savings in investing in one of the firm. Now when I invest in the firm is going to improve its condition. Firm will buy more machineries, more land, labor, expand its business more, and then again the flow of money in the economy will increase. So this is one thing. Another thing is on spending on infrastructure of the economy enhances the production activity in different sectors of the economy. If government wants that every sector of the economy should increase their production, so to increase the production, government needs to provide proper infrastructure to each and every sector of the economy. Infrastructure as in electricity, transportation, water supply, everything should be given very properly so that they can improve or increase their production of goods and services. So government expenditure is a major factor that generates demand for different types of goods and services in the economy, which is going to get included in the growth of private sector as well. So if government expenditure increases, see when government expenditure increases, say suppose government is going to construct a bridge. So that bridge is going to be used by every individual, be it be other part of government, be it be the part of private people. It is going to be for the each and every individual who is there in the country, who is living in the country, who is existing in the country. It is going to be for each and every one. So that means if government does expenditure, that expenditure is going to be beneficial for the government people as well as for the private sector. So before planning such expenditures, rebates and subsidies, government should check the rate of inflation and tax rates. So before doing expenditure, government will have to see the economic situation, whether economy is in a stabilized situation, whether it is an inflationary situation, whether it is in a deflationary situation. Depending upon the economic condition, government should decide that whether they want to do the expenditure, whether they want to provide discounts or not. So there may be a risk of debt trap if loans are too high to finance the expenditure. Debt trap, again, a very important is a new term. Debt trap means what? See, even government goes out of money. At times, even government goes out of money, out of cash. So in that case, what will government do? Government will borrow money. Now, if government has borrowed money, government will also have to repay the money. So if say suppose government does not have money to repay the borrower one, so government will borrow one more money, money from one more place, borrower two. Again, government does not have enough or sufficient amount of funds, will be borrowing money from borrower three. So likewise, government will finally end up into a debt trap. It will be called as a debt trap. So government also has to make sure that it does not indulge into any such kind of debt trap. Last is reducing regional disparities. Regional disparities means, see, every region, every part of the country is not equal, as we already understood from the first 2 points, reallocation of resources, and the second one was reducing the income inequality. Same ways, there is regional disparities. There are few regions which are very nicely developed, but there are at the same time few regions which are not nicely clearly developed. So for say suppose this is your region A, this is your region B. Region A is very much nicely developed. All the infrastructure facilities and everything is there in region A. But in region B, there is lack of infrastructure, lack of standards. There is everything is lacking. Now you all tell me, where will you want to set up your business? If any day you want to set up your business, where would you want to set up? In region A or in region B? Come on.
Can you repeat?
Yes.
Can you repeat?
I'm saying there are regions in the country which are not properly developed. So suppose there is region A, there is region B. Region A is the region which is very nicely developed, good infrastructure facilities, everything is very nice and perfect. But at the same time, there is region B where there is a lack of infrastructure, no good facilities, no good surroundings and everything. And any day, if you all get a chance to set up your own business, in which region will you want to set up your business? In region A or in B? A?
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. So this is what happens. Every business, every employment generation, everything takes place in region A, and region B keeps on degrading. The developmental facilities, everything keeps on degrading. So what government should do? Government should also focus on region B and try to improve the infrastructural facility, try to provide the facilities and the developmental things, so that people also start setting up their business in region B, and finally region B also starts to get developed. So government budget aims to reduce the regional disparities through its taxation and expenditure policy for encouraging setup of production units in economically backward regions. So that is what I said. Government also should encourage region B to encourage people to set up their business in region B, By providing good infrastructural facilities and good surroundings and everything which is what is needed should be provided by the government in the region B as well. So that now everyone starts to set up their business in region B as well, and finally region B starts developing. Fine. So those were the 6 major objectives of government budget. Rather than learning those things, understand it and then write the answer. That what could be the objectives of government budget. If we are talking about stabilizing the country, then from what you want to stabilize? You want to stabilize from the situation of the economy, inflation, deflation. So what happens under inflation? What happens deflation? Likewise, understand the things and then write the answers. Fine. Very small part, types of budgets. Budget can be of different types. So the difference between government receipts and government expenditure may be surplus or deficit. So say suppose the income of government is 100 rupees. The expenditure which government made from this 100 rupees is for 80 rupees. So the remaining is 20 rupees. This could be the possibility. Otherwise, the possibility can be income is 100 rupees, expenditure done by government is 120 rupees. So the total, if we do the total, minus 20. This is the deficit situation. So your government budget can be of 3 types. Let us see. First, balanced budget. Balanced budget means the income and the expenditure, or the receipts and the expenditure of the government are equal. So government budget is said to be the balanced budget if estimated government receipts are equal to estimated government budget. So say suppose receipt is for 100 rupees, expenditure is also for 100 rupees. So receipt is equals to expenditure, 100 is equals to 100. So in this case, you will say that your government budget is under the category of balanced budget. Second is surplus budget. Surplus budget means if estimated government receipts are more than estimated government expenditure, then budget is called as surplus budget. So if your receipts is more than your expenditure, that means if your receipt is 100 rupees but your expenditure is just 50 rupees. So that means you have 50 rupees extra left out. So this extra rupees left out will be called as surplus budget. So you will say that your budget is under the category of surplus budget. And last is deficit budget. Deficit budget means when your receipts are less than your government expenditures. Receipts is less than your expenditure. That means if receipt is 100 rupees but expenditure is 120 rupees, you are left with minus negative 20 rupees. That means it's a deficit budget. Then your government budget will fall under the category of deficit budget. So balanced budget, surplus budget and deficit budget. The budget, government budget can be of these 3 types. Fine. So any doubt from the entire session which we did today? Anywhere, anything you all feel not understood? We saw the introduction of government budget, meaning of government budget, objectives of government budget and the types of government budget. 6 objectives are there, 3 types are there. Under types, you have 3 types. Your budget can be a balanced budget, surplus budget or deficit budget. Any doubts from the entire session? Anywhere, any topic you already understood or you want me to repeat? Okay, then Vishri says no doubts. What about others? Sadhna also says, Vidula also says.
No.
Vivarish, no doubt. Very good. Okay. Kukul says, for now, don't have doubt. Later on, there can be a doubt. Okay. Maybe. Maybe means when you will study. Na? When you will study, you will come up with the doubts. If you don't study, no doubts. Isn't it? See, Gokul says yes. What about others? Is it the same case with others as well? When we study, we come up with doubts. When we don't study, we don't come up with doubts. No? See, Dhanush and Sadhana are also saying yes. That means this is the same case with everyone. Huh? Anybody who received marks from their cycle test? No? Sivarish, you received how much marks?
23 out of 25.
23 out of 25 in economics.
Yes.
Very good, very good. And what about business studies?
24, ma'am.
Out of 25. See, Sivarish is setting records, setting standards. Everybody have to cross Sivarish's record.
Ma'am,
Sivarish, what
in my
happened?
class, they are getting more than my mark.
So that's what I was going to ask. Why 1 marks and 3 marks is gone? What happened?
In choose I missed.
Very good. So, good, but yes, of course, we could have scored full marks also, no? Very good. Very, very nice. Okay. Next time we'll try for full marks. See everyone, Sivarish is in the competition list, okay? He's at his, he also got how much?
In business studies, 28 out of 30, and in economics, 26 out of 30.
Okay, that's very nice. Good marks. Did you all get to see the paper where you lagged, where you made mistakes and
Yes,
why?
ma'am.
Where?
In business studies, case studies, and in economics, in 2 questions, true or false, I didn't explain the reason, and another 2 questions, fill up.
Wow, great. Silly mistakes, small mistakes. That is why we got this marks. But it's okay, it's nice, good. Very good. Next time, we will more try to get full marks. No? So you all felt happy? You all are happy with your marks? Dhanushri, happy?
Yeah.
Happy only, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Decent marks, of course. Very nice, good. This is how we have to keep on growing. Next test, we'll try to get full marks and score good. Good, very good, all of you. Then you all study, but you all don't want to answer in the session. See, you all are clever and intelligent students, but you all become very cunning in our lecture. In our lecture, you all pretend that we don't know anything. But in exams, you all are scoring very good marks. That's what. Very nice. Here also keep giving me the answers, good answers, no? I will also feel positive. When you get such good marks, I feel so good. And why you all didn't posted it on a WhatsApp group? Whenever you are receiving your marks, just post it on our WhatsApp group. Even if you are receiving less marks, still post it on the group. That is fine. No, not to get ashamed. If you have to be transparent. You have to give your true feedbacks and true marks.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. What about accounts?
Well, accounts, I got this crap. 1 second, ma'am. 28.
28. Nice. And
Ma'am,
Siva?
I got only 22.
22. Okay. Nice. Very good. All good students I have. Very nice. Others, wherever you all also receive your marks, let us know. Okay. Gokul, for you, your exams are for 50 marks. Great. Don't be so sad. It's okay. It's fine. Everybody has different marks. No? Fine. We will score 45, 48. We will be highest from everybody else. For Sadhana, it's 40 marks. Okay. very big fluctuations in everybody's schools. Although you belong from the same board, that is CBSE board, still the marks are so different. Fine, it's okay. It might be the school pattern. Acha, for Mridula, 50 marks has not started yet. Fine. It's okay. See, how much marks it is doesn't matter. This was your first exam, first test. Try to score good marks, but if not, then also it's fine. We are going to improve day by day. One day, quickly, at a time, things does not happen. So slowly, but yes, your efforts are going to get counted. As I always say, you keep on giving your efforts, you put your efforts. Don't think about results. What would be my results? Don't think about that. You give your 100%, results will automatically be good. So never think about the results and study. Don't think I want good results and that is why I'm studying. You try your 100%. You give your 99% at least or 90% at least. The result, the comeback will always be good only. So don't worry for that. So it's fine. Doesn't matter if it is for 40 marks, 50 marks, go cool. Doesn't matter. If you have studied, if you have given the exams, you are going to get good marks. Okay, so not to worry for all of these things. Gokul, you are changing. What is amam? Huh? I thought it's some word in South Indian language. Since I don't know the proper terminologies, you all my typo. See, our Instagram influencer is your typo mistake. All are you all are on Instagram? Yes. Gokul expected. Sivarish, you are also there on Instagram.
Yes, ma'am.
What about others? 12th standard, reduce the consumption. Mridula, very good, very good. And what about others? Sadhna, are you there? Tanushri, Sadhna?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, Sadhna is not there. Tanushri?
I am there, ma'am.
You're there, okay. Naughty girl. Fine. But the consumption should always be less. As we know, overdose of anything is injurious to health, is not good for health. Yes, Gokul, I'm there, but I'm very inactive. I don't be active on it. Sadhna, you will be use it post 12th standard. Now, if anybody does not have any account, don't create the account now. Now, wait for more 6 months, let your 12th exams be complete and then start doing whatever you all want.
You're there in Instagram.
I am there, but I don't use it frequently. I don't like social sites. I just use WhatsApp. That is more than enough for me. It's just a waste of time. It's so time consuming. You just sit at one place and keep on scrolling on the different reels. My mother is like, what do you do on this? If ever I activate my account, it's so addictive. You can't stop yourself from that. And then my mother constantly keeps looking at me that what is it? What am I doing constantly? Just scrolling my phone screen. So I think so the consumption of it is not that good. But yes, for you all at the time, just for refreshment, it's fine. Half an hour a day. I know you all are not using it for half an hour. It is going to be more than that. But for till your 12th standard, I would recommend use it half an hour on regular basis, not more than that. Time consumption. Put app lock. Do you all know about app lock? If you put an app lock, if you put the duration that only for 2 hours. So for 2 hours only from the entire day, you can operate that app. Post 2 hours, that app will get locked and on the another day, it will again get activated. Gokul, very good, very good. But for how many hours? If you put that lock for 5 or 6 hours, then that is of no use. Put it for 1 hour. No, not even for 2 hours. Put it for 1 hour, 1 hour. Not even for 2. So less distraction, more studies. Inverse relationship. So, for the time being, it's just a matter of 5 to 6 months. then nobody is going to stop you from using Instagram and all. So when we were younger, when I was at your age, at that time there was a hype of Facebook. I don't know if you all know about Facebook or not, but at our time there was a demand or there was a hype for Facebook. So our generation people used to use Facebook. So it was Facebook. But now with time, you all are using Instagram. I don't know, after 5 to 6 years, there will be something new coming up. So in our times, it was WhatsApp and Facebook. Now WhatsApp is more of a necessity for you all to pass on the messages and everything. So it's a necessity. It's not no more a enjoyable app. It is for your necessity. All the important works are getting done on WhatsApp. So that becomes like that. But in our times, for time pass, doing all of these things, we used to use Facebook. But now it's Instagram. So try to do the less consumption of Instagram. Okay. Chalo, fine. So go through everything, and if there is any doubt from any of the part, next class you can bring it up. We will discuss that, and then we will go further. I said that you all have to go through from all the 4 chapters: introduction, national income, money banking, and determination of income and employment. If you feel that there is any part, any concept left out, you can let me know. I will discuss it in the session. And if not, then start studying, start collecting doubts for Tuesday's DRS. And this chapter, first session we have done, this was the basic of the chapter, basic topics of this particular chapter. From next class, probably we will be starting with the major part of this chapter. So if this basics is clear, all the major things will be also getting cleared. Easy, little bit new, there will be new concepts, new things will be coming up, but you will be comfortable and you will be understanding it very easily, not the challenge. But you have to go through about these basics once more from your end. If you all feel that there is any doubt, any confusion, any problem in any of the concept, next class come up with the doubts, so that I also get to know that you all are studying, and that is why you all have doubts. Okay. Chalo, bye bye, good night, take care. See you in the next class. Bye bye. Thank you so much.